Gamers form communities around their favourite titles, keeping them alive with discussions, feedback and personal creations such as mods and fan art. And so for this reason, when a person who has greatly contributed to a game's fanbase suddenly passes away, it's obviously a great blow not just to their family and friends, but sometimes those involved with their former favourite game. With that in mind then, I'm Sai for WhatCulture.com and these are 10 touching tributes hidden in video games. Number 10. Robin Williams, World of Warcraft. Though most people remember Robin Williams as a great actor and stand-up comedian, the man was also well known for his love of video games. He named his own daughter Zelda after the famous Hyrulean princess and was a frequent player on the MAMARIL server in World of Warcraft. Apparently, his favourite activity was trolling people in the trade chat, which is how you can tell the man was a true fan of the game. It's no surprise then that when news of his tragic death broke in 2014, the MAMARIL players were especially heartbroken. To pay tribute to his legacy, they organised events where they would gather around burial sites in the game and mourn his death. Additionally, Blizzard announced they were going to create a special memorial in Robin Williams' name. The memorial is a small island in the South Sea area where the players can find a dusty bottle. Rubbing the bottle will reveal a powerful genie named Robin who will say his iconic line from Aladdin, "Infinite cosmic power, itty bitty living space." The genie even has his own lounging space next to the bottle so he can relax on his own private island forever. Number 9. Bad Wolf Mural, Dying Light. The Bad Wolf mural is one of the many pieces of graffiti the player can encounter in Dying Light. It was added to the game in 2015 as a tribute to a 17-year-old fan of the game, David Acast. Known as Bad Wolf Gaming on YouTube, David was a young content creator who would post Let's Play videos. His favourite game was the freshly released Dying Light. He even stated in one of his videos that he wanted to put at least 1,000 hours into the game. Unfortunately, around the same time, David was forced to undergo liver transplant surgery, which, despite being successful, resulted in him developing a rare form of cancer. David would keep his fans updated on the situation on his YouTube channel, maintaining a positive mental attitude and trying to keep everyone's spirits up. Sadly, he eventually succumbed to the illness and passed away, but in order to keep his memory alive, Acast's brother's friend reached out to Techland, Dying Light's developers. The company worked closely with David's family to create a special mural in his name. The art piece quickly became a beloved feature of the game and was even added to Dying Light 2 in 2022 as well. Number 8. Roger RALL'S server, Guild Wars 2. The story of Roger RALL'S tragic passing is a great example of how a game's fans can come together to commemorate an important member of their community. Roger RALL was a long-time fan of Guild Wars and an active member of a Celtic-themed guild in the game called Gashkia. When Guild Wars 2 was announced in 2012, he and his guildmates were really looking forward to playing together. However, RALL sadly passed before the game's release. Upon learning of his death, RALL's online friends decided that they would do everything within their power to have his name immortalised in their favourite franchise. Together, they launched a campaign sending hundreds of letters to Guild Wars developers requesting they name a server after RALL. The devs did just that, launching a server named the Sanctum of RALL once Guild Wars 2 was released. Their tribute to the fallen player didn't end there though, as they also decided to add a special NPC to the game who talks about the legend of a fallen tribune of the Char race named RALL Old Raw. Number 7. The Tomb of Lord BRINNE, Might and Magic 8. Bill Iberg, also known by his internet alias Lord BRINNE, was an avid fan of video games and an active member of multiple online gaming communities. His unexpected death in 1999 sent shockwaves throughout the video game industry, and several companies decided to honour his memory in some way. Bill's name appears in Morrowind, Deus Ex and Ultima 9, but the title that immortalised Bill in the most creative way had to be Might and Magic 8. The game features a special dungeon called the Tomb of Lord BRINNE. The tomb contains a large sarcophagus guarded by a group of dark elves named after members of the Guild of the Wooden Flute, an internet community of Might and Magic fans that Bill had been a part of. The guild's name is in a reference to a useless item from Might and Magic 6, the wooden flute that the player can actually find inside of Lord BRINNE's sarcophagus. The best part about this tribute is that it actually turns the wooden flute into an important item. In reference to the hoax stories Bill and his guild friends made about the flute, the item itself is necessary to unlock a specific secret location in the game. Number 6. Sarah Jenner's MECHWARRIOR Online. It's always tragic when cancer strikes, but it's especially heartbreaking when it affects the youngest of us. Little Sarah Parries was only 5 years old when her family received the news that she suffered from an inoperable brain tumour. Sarah and her father John enjoyed playing video games together, her favourite being MechWarrior Online. She loved to run around in the game and blow things up with lasers, and just like her father, she had a passion for the BattleTech universe. Her favourite mech in the game was the Jenna, which is why when Sarah sadly passed away, the team at Piranha Games released a special Jenna mech in her honour. The mech became an exclusive charity item thanks to a petition from MechWarrior Online's community who wanted to show support for the family in mourning. The charity event raised over $120,000 for the Canadian Cancer Society in 2013. It's truly amazing how a supportive community can turn a small hidden tribute into a full-blown charity drive that helps change people's lives for the better. Sometimes the internet can do great things. Number 5. Michael MAMARIL, Borderlands 2. Michael MAMARIL, a Borderlands 1 fan, died of cancer in 2011 at the age of 22. He loved playing the game with his friend Carlo, and the two were looking forward to continuing their adventures on Pandora in the sequel. His unexpected death caused Carlo to reach out to Gearbox, the company behind Borderlands, to request they make a eulogy for Michael in the voice of his favourite character from the game, Claptrap. Gearbox delivered and sent Carlo a heartfelt farewell from Claptrap, who halfway through the audio clip saw David Eddings break character to talk about Michael's passing in a more serious manner. The studio then announced they were going to go one step further and pay tribute to Michael by creating a character based on him. The in-game Michael MAMARIL is a vault hunter that hangs out in different locations in Sanctuary, giving out rare loot to players that talk to him. He also has a special achievement connected to him called Tribute to a Vault Hunter. It's nice to see that Gearbox was ready to go above and beyond to honour their fallen fan. Number 4. TECHNOBLADE Tribute, Minecraft. TECHNOBLADE was one of the most prominent figures in the Minecraft YouTube community. His content popularised a variety of special challenges and contests centred on the game, and it was one of the reasons Minecraft saw a resurgence in popularity in recent years. His unexpected death due to metastatic sarcoma in June 2022 was a huge blow to not only his fans but also the Minecraft community as a whole. TECHNOBLADE received numerous tributes from his fellow streamers and content creators, as well as from the creators of Minecraft, Mojang Studios. On July 2nd, 2022, the developers changed Minecraft's title screen to feature a pig wearing a crown in reference to TECHNOBLADE's online avatar and skin in the game. The tribute was removed after a month, but afterwards, thanks to TECHNOBLADE's fan suggestions, Mojang added a new splash text to the menu screen: TECHNOBLADE never dies. It seems appropriate given that his name and numerous donations to sarcoma fighting charities continue to have a significant positive impact to this day. Number 3. Tribute to Evan, Fallout 4. About 6 years ago, two brothers, Evan and Andrew, wrote a post on Reddit to Bethesda thanking the company for providing them with a way to cope with the death of their father. According to the post, the brothers were able to find a distraction from their grief within the then recently released Fallout 4 by exploring the Commonwealth with a robot companion they named after their father, Greg. This reached Bethesda, and the company showed their support to the mourning family by sending them a care package with exclusive Fallout-themed items. Unfortunately, despite this nice gesture, Evan and Andrew weren't spared from experiencing another tragedy. Due to complications with a diabetes-related illness, the younger of the two brothers, Evan, went into a coma shortly after Bethesda sent the letter and tragically passed away at the hospital. This was obviously a huge blow to Andrew, which is why Bethesda decided to go one step further and add a special character to Fallout 4 in Evan's memory. Nicknamed Good Guy Evan by the game's community, the NPC quickly became a fan favourite due to his giving nature and positive attitude. This, according to Andrew, was spot on for the type of person Evan was in real life. Number 2. ERIK the Slayer, The Elder Scrolls V: Skyrim. Evan's story is not the only example of Bethesda paying tribute to fans of their games who tragically passed away. A few years prior to Evan and Andrew's stories, Bethesda did a similar thing for a young man named ERIK. ERIK West was a young fan of the Elder Scrolls games who was diagnosed with cancer in 2011. ERIK's dream was to become a game designer, which is why he contacted the Make-A-Wish Foundation to arrange a visit to the headquarters of Bethesda, one of his favourite game studios. The people at the studio were extremely impressed with his knowledge of Oblivion, promising they would create a character based on ERIK and put him in the upcoming game Skyrim. Unfortunately, ERIK passed away before he could play it, but the character created in his memory is named ERIK the Slayer after West's online alias Imok the Slayer. This in-game NPC is a curious and intrepid person who seeks to become an adventurer in Tamriel. The player can help him realise this dream by recruiting him as their travel companion, exploring as many locations as possible together. And number 1, HONGYU astronaut suit, Overwatch. Seeing as Overwatch is a game about heroes banding together to protect the world, it makes sense that the game's developers would honour the memory of one of their fans who lost his life trying to do the same thing. HONGYU was a 20-year-old student who in 2016 gave his life trying to prevent a thief from stealing his classmate's motorcycle. According to a Reddit post explaining the whole situation, as soon as HONGYU spotted the thief, he chased after him on his bike. The two of them collided, causing HONGYU to suffer severe injuries that landed him in hospital. The thief was thankfully arrested by the police, but HONGYU passed away shortly thereafter. For his brave actions, the city government posthumously awarded him the Courageous Citizen Award. Sometime later, HONGYU's group chat with his friends was released onto the internet. It was revealed that he was really anticipating the release of Overwatch, but died before he got a chance to play it. For this reason, Blizzard decided to immortalize him and his bravery by naming an astronaut in the game after him. HONGYU's suit can be seen in the Liyang Tower map, along with the phrase "Heroes Never Die" right above it. And that's the list. Let us know what you thought of this video down in the comments below. I know the positive affirmation ending is usually Jules' stick, but considering the heavy subject matter of today's video, I would like to say please take care of yourselves and go out there and do something that you love today. If you could like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe and hit that notification bell, we'd really appreciate it. And don't forget to go to WhatCulture.com for more content on the daily. I've been Cy for WhatCulture, and have a good week.